Next, after learning electric field due to electric dipole at any position, we can talk about torque on an electric dipole in electric field and work done to rotate a dipole in electric field. So, earlier we talked about you have electric dipole, what will be electric field at axial position, equatorial position due to this dipole at any point. But now, what will happen if this electric dipole is placed in an electric field? In a present electric field, which is a uniform electric field which is already present in the space, and there you are keeping an electric dipole. So, my first topic is about the torque. And torque is, turning effect. Turning effect of force. You have studied in class 11th. So, I am repeating a bit of it, what you learned in class 11, the basic concept, so that we can understand the concept of torque here. In class 11th, what you studied was, in case if you have a rod of say length r, and then a force F is acting on it, then torque is otherwise represented as R cross F, or it is also represented as its magnitude is represented as, F. This is called as line of action. So, when you produce this line of action backward and then you are looking for this perpendicular distance, if this angle is phi, so it becomes say r cos phi, like that. Or if this angle here is phi, if I say angle here is phi, then this becomes r sin phi. So, when we talk about torque, either in vector form we call r cross F, or we can also say 1 of force into perpendicular distance from line of action. Of the axis. So, here is the axis and here is the rod of length r. Its perpendicular distance from line of action will be what? R sin phi. So, you call torque here as F into R sin phi. So, 1 is the force into perpendicular distance of line of action from axis of rotation. That's how you learn the concept of torque in class 11th. Now, I take it a little ahead. I am interested in torque due to couple of force. Torque due to couple of force. Now, couple of force would be, just imagine the same rod, but the axis of rotation is here. It is not on one edge, it is somewhere in the between. Maybe, and the force, one force is acting here and one force is acting here. We call it couple of force, which are trying to rotate both in the same direction, not in opposite direction. It is like this. On this also, I am providing a force in this direction. So, it is trying to rotate it clockwise, the upper force. It is trying to rotate it clockwise, the axis at the center. So, it is trying to rotate it clockwise. Similarly, I have a force here which is also pulling it. It is also rotating it clockwise. So, I call it couple of force, where both the forces are trying to rotate it in the same direction and they are acting at the two sides. In that case, the formula for the torque will be 1 of the force, it will be 1 of force because both forces are same, into perpendicular distance So that perpendicular distance, if this is say making an angle theta here, and this is say L, and this is also L. So what is the perpendicular distance between the two forces? I can produce a line of action here or here, and I'm looking for this perpendicular distance between the two forces. So this perpendicular distance will be, this is theta, this is also theta, this is 2L, it will be 2L sine theta. So I can say in that case the torque as one of the force into perpendicular distance between them. It is in fact sum of F into L cos theta, F into L sine theta, plus for this also the torque will be same, F into L sine theta. So instead of a single torque, now you are getting double torque, and both the torques are same way, same magnitude, trying to rotate it clockwise or anti-clockwise. This is called torque due to couple of forces. Now when I talk about this expression, the next expression, which is torque on a dipole in uniform electric field, is in fact based on the concept that I just discussed. Assume there is a uniform electric field. You know, uniform electric field is described by parallel lines, equispaced and in same direction. So there is a uniform electric field. And in this uniform electric field, I am keeping a dipole. And this dipole has got charges plus q and minus q here. This dipole is having a total length which is 2L, and this dipole is making an angle theta with the electric field. How the forces will act on it? Let's try to find the kind of forces that will act on the positive charge and on the negative charge, and will that have a turning effect. So on this positive charge, there will be a force that will act in this direction, QE. We know physical significance of electric field in the direction of electric field. And on this negative charge, there will be a force that will act in this direction, QE, opposite to electric field. And then I am looking for the torque. Torque will be 1 of force into perpendicular distance between them. So 1 of the force, both sides it is the same force which is acting QE. And what is the perpendicular distance? Each half it will be L and L. And I am also looking for the perpendicular distance. Maybe if we take this as an angle theta over here, and then we draw a perpendicular. So this is an angle theta like this. This is total distance 2L. This will be 2L cos theta, and here it will be 2L sin theta. So when I am asking for what is the perpendicular distance between two forces, it will be 2L sin theta. And thus the torque will be, this Q into 2L is what? P. PE sin theta. So the magnitude of the torque that will act on this dipole placed in the electric field making an angle theta with the electric field will be 2L sin theta. I hope this concept is very clear to you now. P is the dipole moment, E is the electric field, uniform electric field, theta is the angle that dipole is making with the electric field. Now you know torque is a vector quantity which has its direction along axis of rotation. If it is rotating clockwise, this is the axis of rotation. So torque is a polar vector and it has its direction along axis of rotation. So torque is one vector and P is another vector and electric field E is another vector. Electric field E is in this direction. Dipole moment P is from negative charge to positive charge. And also we know magnitude of A cross B is what? AB sin theta. So following the same idea, can I write this relation of torque in terms of the two vector as P cross E? That shows it is the cross product of dipole moment and electric field, and direction of torque is perpendicular to both P vector and E vector along the axis of rotation. So we learned about torque on a dipole in electric field. As you learn, the formula of torque was PE sin theta, or in cross product it is P cross E. I can talk of these special cases. First case, the condition of maximum torque. Maximum torque. So for maximum torque, I have the formula of torque as P sin theta. For theta is equal to 90 only, sin theta will have 1 maximum value. So if we have the electric field here and the dipole is placed perpendicular, then surely the torque is maximum, and that is how much? PE sin 90. For the same arrangement of P and E, the maximum torque will have a value PE. Next situation, what will happen when theta is 0 degree or 180 degree? It means in uniform electric field, in this uniform electric field, you have a dipole maybe earlier minus Q and plus Q like this. In this situation, dipole moment is here and electric field is also in the same direction. So the torque will be PE sin 0. It will be 0, minimum torque. And other situation which I am showing here, it is say like this. You have a minus Q here and the dipole moment is here P. So here the torque will be again PE sin 180. So when it is anti-aligned there also, the torque will have a value 0. But then I ask you, in these two conditions, in which of them the dipole is in stable equilibrium or the dipole is in unstable equilibrium? So one of the situation is there when the dipole is in stable equilibrium, and one of the situation is there where the dipole is in unstable equilibrium. What is the difference between stable equilibrium and unstable equilibrium? Stable equilibrium, when you displace slightly and it comes back on its own, it is stable equilibrium. And when you displace slightly from equilibrium position and it just get further disturbed, it is unstable equilibrium. For example, I take this case. Now this is plus Q, this is minus Q. At this position, the torque is 0. Now I displace it a bit. When I displace it a bit, QE, here is minus QE. QE will act in forward direction and minus QE will act in backward direction. And this will bring it back. So this torque that will generate here will bring it back. This is stable equilibrium. Even if you displace it like this, QE will act here and other QE will act here, and this torque will bring it back. So this position is where it is in stable equilibrium. Now let's take here. You have QE, Q here and minus Q here. Now what you do, you just displace it a bit from here, plus Q and minus Q. From this position, you just displace it a bit. QE will act here, QE will act here, and it will further turn it, it will further disturb it. So it may be in equilibrium under the two forces, two repulsive forces like this. Both are pushing inward, that's why it is in equilibrium. But when you just displace it a bit, it just gets turned further. It don't come back. It is in unstable equilibrium. So this is stable equilibrium when 0 is the angle between P and E. And this is unstable equilibrium when theta is 180 between P and E. Because you displace it a bit and the forces and the torque will further turn it ahead rather than bringing it back. This is unstable equilibrium. So you learned about the maximum torque, minimum torque. This is another important point. When what we are saying is that when in electric field a dielectric is placed. A dielectric is the one which has positive and negative charge otherwise coinciding. But when you put it in the electric field, the positive charge goes a little ahead, negative charge comes back, comes opposite to electric field a little back, and it develops a dipole moment here. So when the electric dipole or when the dielectric is placed in the electric field, it gains some dipole moment. This is another point that was mentioned here. So you learn about torque on a dipole in electric field.